Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Unemployed Bestie Podcast. Let's get it.
Hey, besties.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Unemployed Besties, where the vibes are high, but the bank accounts are not. I'm Gabby, and this is my unemployed bestie, Octavio.
I'm slowly losing my mind.
Low-key. He's a little unhinged.
I'm going to be your new insufferable YouTubers. Let's go.
Let's go! And the reason why we're really excited today is because we are having an op present. Mm-hmm. She stands for everything we're against.
Yeah.
She's self-employed business queen.
Yeah, she's an entrepreneur.
Don't we all hate that?
Can't wait to get roasted.
Well, let's see how this goes. We can't wait for all the sibling bonding that you're about to experience. All right, so time to stir the pot. We have our sister here, a CEO of... as you browse to me. She's like, where do I work again? What do I do for a living? Tell us, why is it that you're so supportive of me, but anti-Octavio being unemployed?
Yeah, why do you hate
And be
me?
honest.
Okay, so
The whole thing.
I'm going to go ahead and get started. First of all, how long have you been unemployed for?
2 weeks.
How long have you been unemployed for?
It'll be a year in August.
How many places have you applied?
I don't know. The limit does not exist.
How many places have you applied?
One.
Why does that bother you?
I think, without getting political,
Okay.
we live in a society where we're very privileged and we take it for granted. And I feel like there's a lot of people that would want to be in his footsteps where he speaks English, he speaks Spanish, he's born here. And I feel like there's a lot of people that would want to be in his shoes. And to me, time is money. It's life. It's everything.
It's because she's a CEO.
No,
she's an op.
no,
Nice.
but regardless, like even when I'm home, I can't just sit there and like what people find fun. I would rather sit there and like learn something or like do something.
And I think that's really hard for you, right? Because you have ADHD.
I don't even, regardless whether or not I didn't have ADHD, I think.
But guess what? You have your own business.
Let me talk.
Okay, sorry.
I feel like regardless of,
She's the oldest, he's the youngest, I'm the middle.
yeah,
Can you tell?
for sure. Regardless of anything, I feel like you're so young, and looking at myself, thinking about what I wish I would have done in your age, I just feel like, this is where I think in the last couple of months, I've said, I'm going to take a step back. I told you a couple of days ago, I was like, you know what, at the end of the day, it's your life, you're going to figure it out, do what you want. If you want to be home and do nothing and just sleep in and sleep late, that's on you. But looking at it from an outside picture where I wish I would have started sooner, not so much sooner because I started working at 15. I mean, in a sense that like, I wish I would have had my ducks in a row, and you've been so privileged, something we didn't have that you were able to have, and I just feel like you guys are just tossing it out the window, and that's something where I'm like, damn it, I wish I would have had that, but I didn't, and you're doing nothing with it.
Okay, so you did mention a lot of really good stuff. I agree with you in a lot of it, but my one part I don't agree, or I feel like we see things differently, is because I feel like maybe because you're the older sister, you feel like a certain responsibility with our siblings, and you're like, no, they have to do this. And for me, I'm like, I mean, they're their own person. You know, at the end of the day, and maybe it's looked at like, oh my God, Gabby, you're so
Lenient.
Yeah, or like, oh, you're just
So
going
laid back.
But the thing is, I'm like, if Octavio's fine financially, you know,
But
like,
it makes no sense.
You need to make more money.
No, and it's not even only about the money. It's about what goes in your brain. If you were having like some hobbies, if you go to the gym and we can see it, if you were doing something where you're like go to the library, if you're doing productive stuff, yeah, because I feel like there's just brain rot up there.
Is she right?
There is.
She might be. So no, I do agree that with that. Yeah, I did tell Octavio, I'm like, Octavio, you need to get a hobby, because I didn't want him to like rot in his brain even more. We talking.
and regardless of everything, it's like mental health. I feel like when you become, well, at least for myself, when I don't do stuff, like for instance, I know I feel good when I wake up, take a shower, and get dressed up and do something to myself. You know what I mean? And then do something versus staying home and doing nothing. Then your brain just becomes sad and your thoughts aren't the best. So that's where I've been concerned, but I mean, again, everyone's whatever. But it's frustrating because it's like, okay, because you could put off a thought right here and be like, oh, but then like when you're by yourself, like how's your mental health? And there's no way your mental health is okay if you're just doing nothing. Like nothing.
That makes sense.
You know
How do you
what
feel
I
about that, okay? Do you think she's right? Is she onto something?
She's all right. She's like 50-50.
And I'm not trying. I mean, it is uncomfortable to have this conversation. But
Why?
Why is it uncomfortable, Yara?
Because I don't want to say anything that's going to hurt his feelings, and I don't want him to think that I'm judging him because I'm not. Hypothetically speaking, yeah, he's good financially. He's taking care of himself a lot. Why not go to school and do something? Why not learn something? Or you know what I mean? It's like
make use of your time. I get it.
Because when it comes down to it, because right now he's only, what, 25? 23?
25?
Goddamn! 23? 23.
I'm 23, guys. I'm 23.
Sorry, 23. He looks 25, sorry. He looks older. He has wrinkles and stuff.
Yeah, I should probably go get Botox. I should get Botox, guys.
No, but going back to what I was saying, I forgot.
Okay.
Back to what I was saying. I forgot.
Damn it.
Tables out. I'm sure you were onto something really good.
I was.
We're all great.
Why do you say that I'm privileged? Or you feel like I'm privileged?
Why do you not feel privileged?
She answered your question with a question.
I
Answer
know.
the question.
Stop with
He speaks English. He was born here. He speaks Spanish. He's young. He's handsome. Like,
He's like, that's all I need.
That's all I need. That's all I need. All right, guys. On that note, I think we're done.
he said, you're right.
He's like, now that I come to think of it,
Just because of that last point. You know what?
you got me there.
You got me there. Guys, whatever she says is totally
You know
valid.
what? You're right.
Yeah.
Did you ever feel stuck, and were you ever unemployed in your life, or were you just like built different?
She's like, I was the first child. I was
born out the womb. I got a job.
Was I ever unemployed? No, I don't think I ever was unemployed. Oh,
Yeah, you were.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, if you already know the answer.
Pandemic.
Well, no, that's not unemployed. That was not my choice.
That was the state.
That was not my choice. Trust me.
The state of Nevada.
That was not me. I wanted to go to work. Trust me. I was losing my mind. But I was unemployed.
She's non-essential, guys.
I was
Whatever she
unemployed.
does is a sham.
No, this is taking it back to 2011, 2010. So I was unemployed from like October to December.
2010, October to December.
So I was 18.
What happened? Why were you unemployed for so long?
So long.
That's 2 months.
Wait,
2 months.
I was 8.
And it wasn't by choice.
Watch me be unemployed longer than that.
It was when I was working in an optometry office where I got wrongfully terminated.
We hate him.
That's a story for another day.
She's never coming back, by the way. After coming after me like
This
that.
isn't my thing. I'm like, I'll tell you next week. In that time, I had little jobs here and there, and they were all fake. I got fake. Yeah, let me tell you why. Because I would go to these meetings where I would have to sell Jews if I bought like. It
was a pyramid
Yeah,
scheme.
and then there was another.
They got my girl.
Yeah, and then, but I never bought the stuff.
They got the best of us.
No, I never bought anything. But I went to the classes, and I went to another one that was exactly the same concept, but it was like selling perfume in the back of like from the back of your car. And then I finally got a job, but it was terrible because I didn't have a job, and one thing that I've always said, and I remember your teacher, Sebastian's teacher, had said something like, before you quit a job, make sure you have another lined up. And I didn't know that I was going to get fired at the time. It was my first job I've ever gotten fired for, by the way.
I'm never been fired.
But
I got ghosted.
are you gonna? What?
Keep going.
Keep going.
Are you listening?
Yes.
What was it?
Older sibling telling you.
I don't remember what I was saying. You can't.
Oh my God.
What's one unsolicited advice, sisterly advice, that you can give us that might actually help us?
Get a job. I'm just kidding.
No, man.
I did.
No, man. Yes.
He was looking at the crowd like, you find it funny, right?
They did. You hear in the background.
Y'all hearing this?
It's different individually. It's like, so for Gabby,
Go. You can start with.
I think so it's different. Going back to what we were saying at the beginning, I think it's different because he just got unemployed. You didn't go through a COVID pandemic. You didn't get to enjoy the time. So the way I perceive it, it's like good, have fun, enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Fun.
Yeah, like while you can, and you're having a good time. Looks like a good time. You're doing what you want, doing extra things that you didn't do before. I think you should continue until you can and you feel comfortable. I'm not saying to sit around. I'm not saying to do anything. I'm just, you know what I mean? And you're doing good with it as far as I can tell. Now, if you were just like in your room, like not doing anything, I'd be concerned and I'd be like, hey, you know, even if it was this long or whatever, it's only been 2 weeks or whatever, but it feels like a long time, huh? I don't know.
I feel like I've changed as a person.
Yeah. But then that's why for you, it's a little bit more like, oh, that's cool. Whatever, do it. Have fun. Find something that you like. Because I feel like, going back to privilege, and this is going to be kind of like a sore subject, but you didn't have the opportunity to go to school. You didn't have the opportunity to do what you love because you were so limited to it, right? You had to work and your parents weren't there to take care of you. You know what I mean? So I think that's why right now I'm like, great, this is a great time for you to finally be back into like what I would have wanted you to do as a younger person. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense. And then for Octavio, it's the opposite. I feel like for you, my best advice is to find something that you love, like literally, because you might actually like air conditioning and stuff, but I don't know exactly what in your mind switch that you're like, hey, I don't want to work. Like, I know the situation was different and you got laid off and stuff, but then like to stay there, that's where it's a little.
I just got too happy with just
but
having the free time.
And because you had the free time, maybe self-analyze before you run out of your entire savings and think about it like now moving forward. What am I going to do to better, you know what I mean? Do I love doing air conditioning? Should I go back to school and do something else? Do I want to try something else? So find something that you love. And I know it's cliche or cheesy that it sounds like. I want both of you. And same thing with Sebastian, to do something that you guys love that it's going to bring joy. Whether it's content creation, making videos,
being unemployed.
Not that. Doing something that you love.
She's
then
like, it doesn't,
nothing else matters as long as it's something that like, you know, you're not doing anything wrong, selling drugs or what, you know what I mean?
Guys.
See, I think that's my biggest concern right now with, given this time, my biggest fear is to waste it. My biggest fear is that I'm like, oh man, and I feel so overwhelmed because I'm like, oh, options are endless. It's the sky's the limit or whatever. But I'm scared I'm gonna have this time and then make no use of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and it makes me crazy.
Or you can just be a chill guy like me.
I could. You chill guy for real. Right before we wrap up, sister, do you want to add anything? Tell anything to our lovely subscribers and followers? By all means, go ahead.
Well, thank you for watching.
Yes, that's it.
I don't know how to conclude this episode.
Tell something, some advice to people that are unemployed that are watching.
Have fun, find a job.
Stop being unemployed, stop being a loser. I feel privileged.
No, I think because it's also like rude for my part to be like, oh, get a job when the market's so hard out there. But find something that you like and become your own boss. Sell cookies, sell coffee. Boss. Do anything. Honestly, there's so many things you can do. I saw this boy on TikTok that's washing trash cans. You
can literally do anything.
You know what I mean? You can do anything and people are going to pay for it. So find something that you love and make money from it.
I'm going to be unemployed. Guys, we hope that you enjoyed me being verbally assaulted by both of my sisters. Well, just by my sister. The oldest sister. You're not in the shot. Anyways, because you're not even important right now. Anyways, we appreciate you for your time. You're not in the shot. For watching again.
And besties, that's a wrap on this like family intervention type.
Yeah, this is mainly my intervention.
Yeah. I'm sorry you had to go through that, but you're a trooper, bro.
I hope you guys were laughing at me.
Send them some love. That too, that works. Thank you for joining and thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and following.
Please subscribe.
Please follow us.
Yeah.
We're begging at this point because our hope is that this goes
I got like two people, two friends, two acquaintances. I don't know. That said, oh, I saw your podcast. I was like, cool. Did you subscribe? Silence.
Oh no!
Hey, so you,
it really be
you guys better.
yeah. Now, if you're watching it again, you better like, subscribe, follow.
Yeah.
I need all of it. Comment as well,
Please.
and share.
Yeah.
Share to your friends. If you got anything useful from this podcast, at the end of the day, we're just siblings talking about our motion through this unemployment life and trying to figure it out together. We figured that it'd be nice to share with other people because maybe you guys feel the same way.
Can you tell my feelings were hurt?
Did you? Join us next week when we're going to talk about family dynamics and trauma.
Maybe.
Thanks for joining, and we're going to go and do unemployed things.
Let's get it.